Hi everyone, this is Stephanie Thomas of the Sales Tax Sisters and Thomas PC. And today's tax tip is all about 3 questions about sales tax that every business owner and their bookkeeper/accountant should ask. So, here's the music. Hi everybody, thanks so much for finding us. Today's tip is just about 3 questions sales tax questions that every business owner and their trusted advisor should ask. So, number 1, do I need to collect sales tax? That is normally the first question that everyone asks. They want to know, do I have to collect sales tax? And if you have been a loyal viewer, you'll probably know what the answer to this question is. It depends. Whether or not your company has to collect a jurisdiction's sales tax depends on whether you have sufficient nexus in that jurisdiction. And nexus means presence. So you can establish nexus in 2 ways: physical nexus or economic nexus. Most people are familiar with economic nexus because of the Wayfair case. That's where if you have sufficient sales into a jurisdiction, you are required to collect that jurisdiction's tax. And that is, and each state has different thresholds relating to the amount of sales and or the number of sales into the jurisdiction. That can establish nexus, which means you have to register with the jurisdiction to collect sales and use tax and submit it to them via a sales and use tax return. Another way to establish nexus is physical nexus, which is, where is your office? Where are your employees? Where are your warehouse of goods? Things like that. That can establish physical nexus, i.e. the requirement to collect a jurisdiction's sales and use tax. So if you are a small business and you don't have a lot of sales across the country, you may not be required to collect sales tax in multiple jurisdictions. But one jurisdiction you're probably always going to be required to collect sales tax in is the jurisdiction where your sales office is located. So just keep that in mind. And as we always like to say here on the channel, rules, sales tax laws are not consistent across the board. So you need to know what is applicable to where you conduct business. So, number 2, are the items that I sell taxable? The answer to this question is, you heard it, it depends, and it's not consistent across the board. If what you're selling is taxable, then you need to know, 1, the tax rates, 2, how to handle shipping and handling as well, because sometimes in some jurisdictions, the taxability of shipping and handling is dependent on the taxability of what is being sold. So you have to know what is applicable to where you conduct business. Also, if you're selling something that is normally taxable, are there exemptions available for customers? For example, if a church or a charity or the government buys whatever you are selling and it's normally a taxable good, can you sell that to them tax-free? If so, what documentation, if any, do you need to substantiate that tax-free sale? So that is another question that you need to ask. And now we're rounding to number 3, and I'm trying to keep it short, people, okay? So number 3 is, how do I keep track of my sales tax? Keeping track of the sales tax that you collect is very, very important. Remember, that is not your money. You are collecting it from the customer, but the customer is paying it and you have to send that in to the taxing authority. So you cannot keep that, okay? I'm gonna say it again. You can't keep that. You can't keep that money. That is not your money. So how do you keep track of what it is, the sales tax that you're collecting? There are various ways to do that. There are specialized software and apps that can help you track the sales tax that you collect, as well as the jurisdictions that you're supposed to send that sales tax into. You can do it with something as simple as normal accounting software, because they have that capability as well. And some people actually use an Excel spreadsheet. I'm not co-signing on that. But a lot of what you need is dependent on the complexity of your business. Services are a lot more complex normally than tangible personal property or goods that you're selling. So a lot depends on the complexity of the business, how many jurisdictions you're dealing with, the local tax ramifications, all of that. So just keep in mind that how you keep track of your sales tax is individual to your business type. So you have to figure out what works best for you, or get with an advisor to help you figure out what will work best for you. Because if you can get away with something that's very low cost, I say, why wouldn't you get away with something that's low cost? But if you need something that's more complex and robust, because your business is complex and robust, you need to know that and address it appropriately. And those are the 3 things that every business owner and their trusted advisor needs to ask about sales and use tax compliance. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please let me know. All of our information are going to be linked below if you want to reach out. And we love comments, okay, people? Give us a comment and we will respond to you. Hope to see you next time.